One, two, you're not rocking with the best, you heard me? You're either part of the solution or part of the problem. You're rocking with the I Am Donnie Houston podcast. Yeah,
man. Yeah, man, it's going down. It's Donnie Houston podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest, man. You know what I'm saying? A legend. You know what I'm saying? Architect, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about by way of New Orleans, you know what I mean? But he's been out here in the H putting it down from the legendary Big Boy Records, man. Say, man, Cise, Precise. What's going down, man?
It's all good. It's all good. Like I'm outside now. I'm trying to be outside now. That's how I'm here. This crazy. Like, it's crazy. Donnie Houston. Oh, man. You don't understand.
Man, I'm tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here talking to Cise, man. Come on, man.
And I'm sitting there talking to Donnie Houston. You don't understand. Like, my people from Atlanta, all my people were like, man, you got to do this. I'm like, bro, I already know I got to do the show. You tripping. That's Donnie Houston.
Man, I'm honored to have you, man. What's new, boy? Say outside, man. How you liking that adjustment, man? Because, you know, you more behind the scenes cat.
Yeah,
you know
the digital in front the camera is a little weird for me, but I'm getting the hang of it. You know, I'm trying to let my true character show through because that outweighs all the rigmarole within the system. You know what I'm saying? Because the digital stuff is kind of, you know, it's a little icky-ficky sometimes. So I have to make sure my character straight and that, you know, it beats me there, it don't meet me there.
Yeah, man. So what's going on musically with you, man?
Shoot, everything. I'm in the man. If they get on that IG and run it with the real Precise on IG, they'll see me in the studio like they never saw before. And I never stop. I just do the work behind the scenes. It's kind of crazy because maybe for like 10 years, since like 2010, I started telling people don't put my name on the product.
What was the decision for that?
Well, because it's a transition. You have to. It's like you have to. Sometimes you have to. Like a company have to go all the way down and reinvent itself. So instead of me letting the industry make me do it, I did it for myself. I'm like, okay, it's time to reinvent what I was. I'm old enough to know better and young enough to do something about it. So it's that time. You know what I'm saying? Let me take these years. COVID added a few years to the mix, but that lockdown helped me even more because that lockdown, I was like, whoa, this digital shit is it. This what I've been trying to reinvent. I've been trying to figure it out, and this is it. So for years, since 2010, people say, hey, man, I want you to be my podcast. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I'm like, no. I don't put my name on nothing. I do it. I help you do it behind the scenes. Let's make it a success. Let's not make it about me. Let's make it about my work. You know what I'm saying? Because now that I'm outside, I could tell you the work I do, and you can fact check it and be like, whoa, dude, really the dude, but he don't act like that. I can kick it with him because he don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, you been here since forever. I seen you blowing up and all that, and I'm 8 minutes away.
What? Right, that's the trip. We talking about that shit, yeah.
I'm outside this door all the time. And I'm like, nah, it ain't time for me to do that. You know what I'm saying? But new face. This one, that one, my management team, my PR team, everybody like, hey, man, time for you to go outside. Time for you to go outside, because if you don't go outside and get no sun, something gonna happen. So I had to come and get the vitamins and the things that I need from the sun so I could further my career and do the things I need to do. Because I'm the prequel to a lot of things people don't know about, but I'm the sequel to a lot of things people don't know about.
And see, that's what I'm saying, man. When you talk about being the prequel, bro, what year did you start getting into music? Because you was DJing first, right?
Oh, man, 1985.
Ooh. And this
you
first
can fact check it.
So you spinning? What you doing?
1985. I'm DJ Precise in 1985.
So who else is DJing around this time that
Mannie,
came out to be way back then in '85?
Mannie Fresh DJing. KLC DJ. We all in high school and you know what I'm saying? And we either in high school or about to go to high school. For the collective of all the New Orleans producers and acts that you know today. You know what I'm saying? That was that time period. So, yeah, I was doing it then.
So what's going on in New Orleans at that time? Had bounce been established, or like what y'all vibing to?
It was just being created, because you got to understand, I was the first one to do a full bounce album, which was the DJ Jimmy album. That was the first full bounce. Okay, this is just bounce, because they had stuff before that, but it was really regular rap. They was regular, like the Tim Smooths, the Bust Downs, I can name the MC Thick. I can name so many artists before you heard of a bounce song that you heard of before this.
So how early Bust Down and the Tim Smooth, how early all this pop off in New Orleans?
This popped off before you heard of the DJ Jimmys. Yeah, before you heard of where they at, you gotta understand, Bust Down, one of his singles was Pop That Thing, which was twerking. You know, we talking about popping that thing. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They was doing that before Trigger Man and the code. Trigger Man just exploded into something totally different.
So Trigger Man, you would say that's what really set the bounce shit out. When that dropped, that's what turned the bounce up.
When Trigger Man dropped and we figured out, DJ Herb and certain others figured out that you could take this little piece of a song and it was a club thing. It wasn't a song thing. It was a club thing. Okay, we could take this piece of a song and we could stretch this out for a long time. And this MC I got, he can do his thing over it, which is call and response. We can call and response the whole day long. Where the third ward at? Where the this and that? You know what I'm saying? Put your sets up. We could call and response.
And this is what's going on over Trigger Man.
Where they at? Here they go. Where they at? Where they at? You see what I'm saying? Now it's call and response. Call and response. And then it's dancing. Once the girls took it, that was a wrap.
So it was more like some street shit at first.
Yeah, it was gangster. Bounce was actually gangster music. Like, that was our gangster music. The first bounce songs, because it wasn't never a bounce album, the first bounce songs you heard, they was talking about killing niggas and shit. They wasn't talking about no girls or nothing or this is, no. When we was on there talking about twerk something, we wasn't talking about twerking like that. We was talking about twerking at work. We were talking about twerk something, meaning make it work. I'm going to give you this package and you twerk that bitch.
That's the origin of twerking.
That's twerk. That's where the first twerk, the word twerk. And it evolved then from pussy popping to pee popping to shaking to twerking. Now we call it twerking. And we wasn't, when they heard us saying, telling a girl twerk something, we wasn't telling her that's a dance. We telling her, this the package, bitch. Get on that floor and make it twerk it. You see what I'm saying? Make it bounce back like a 4.5. You see what I'm saying? Make it twerk, bitch. And they took that as we telling them to twerk. No, that's pussy popping.
No shit.
Listen to Partners in Crime record. Pump the Party.
Pump the
twerk something, nigga. Twerk something, nigga. Why would we tell a nigga to twerk? We telling him, I'm gonna give you this package, and you make that bitch jump back like a 4.5. I'm gonna front you this. Make it twerk, nigga. Twerk that. Man, give me that. I'm gonna twerk that shit, dog. A lot of rabbit holes, man. A lot of rabbit holes.
Damn. Okay, so first when y'all was doing bounce, y'all more so just you recorded in the club and tapes was going around the city and all this? Or?
Yeah, like the original Where They At was like, you know, like if you go to the club and you hit the cassette player and you hit record and you just recording what the fuck you doing in the club.
So who was DJ Jimmy at this time?
He's at Big Man. He's a DJ at a club called Big Man. They had a club called Big Man uptown in the third ward by the Magnolia Project, and they had another club called Ghost Town in my hood in the 17th. You see what I'm saying? Ghost Town is where it was born, but it was born by a nigga from the St. Thomas Project, which was DJ Irvin. You know what I'm saying? He in there, and T Tucker in there. That's his MC. Every DJ had an MC. Not an MC so as I'ma rap you in the node, bruh. If I got him with me, we gonna have fun tonight. It's a movie.
So who was your MC at the time?
At that time, we was doing our own shit. We was Full Pack. You know what I'm saying? We created a group called Full Pack. It was 4 of us. It was Don, Fess, me, and CMJ. And me, Don, and Fess, we worked at the biggest record store in the city.
Was that Peaches?
No, at the time it was Odyssey. Peaches was just one store. At the time it was Odyssey for downtown. I mean, it was Odyssey. It was Peaches for downtown, right? That was Cash Money spot. Then it was Odyssey for uptown. You see what I'm saying? And that was my spot. You know, that was wind up being a big boy record spot. You know what I'm saying? So we had a leg up on everything because, far as DJing, we got all the hot shit first. We knew it was hot before we could sell it. And then when we had gigs, we'd have Carver one week, Nichols the next week, which was 2 downtown high schools. We rotate DJing there. So this week we over here, they don't have a dance. The next week, they have a dances every 2 weeks. We get all the hot records first. So we stay booked as a DJ crew.
This shit live as hell. So when you start getting into production and all that?
At the same time. Because I was always in the band.
What you play in the band?
I played drums, a little saxophone, but the drums was the shit that called me. You know what I'm saying? And we did that from the time I could pick up drumsticks to the time I left Southern University. You know what I'm saying? Because I played in the Southern University band. That was 96.
Wait, you was at Southern in 96?
86, my bad. See, I done forgot more shit than most niggas learn. But, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm on this shit yet. I'm on my shit. But in 86, I played in Southern Band. And I used to bring all my shit, my little DJ shit, up to the dorm and be making my mixtapes and shit. And then go on the weekends after the game, we shoot to Holly Grove. After we done did some dumb shit from the people who scared to stay, who gotta go home on the weekend. You go home on the weekend, you come back, some shit gonna be missing. So we running back and forward to the from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, driving shit off. You see what I'm saying? So I come back, room in Holly Grove, get on my tables, do some more shit. Monday morning, I'm back at band practice.
Damn. Okay, so how do you link up with DJ Jimmy? And how long do you stay at Southern?
No, and this is another thing too. Before I get to Southern, me and Slim and Baby, Slim played in the band with me in high school. We all played in the band. His Baby used to be at band practice every day. You know, he didn't go to the school, but his brother did. So they live maybe 4 or 5 blocks from the school, uptown. You know what I'm saying, on Valence or whatever, in Ferret. So the school was on Ferret. So it's like they just walked right there. Yeah. So everything is tied in, man. Everything tied in. Like I got a lot of rabbit holes and a lot of stuff. We gonna make this a series. This you right around the corner now. So this is like this gonna be an infomercial of New Orleans history. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna find out some things that you can fact check. That I say out my mouth that only makes sense. I'm not cocky. I'm confident. I'm real confident. You could throw me, man. I've been taught by the best. Like people, like we had some pre-conversations that raise your eyebrows. You see what I'm saying? And we gonna touch on that later. But I'm real confident in my skills and what I do from then till now. So being in that band, that only enhanced my showmanship. So you see my showmanship, Mystical, showmanship, Juvenile, showmanship, Ghetto Twins, showmanship, Partners in Crime, showmanship, Fiend, showmanship. You're going to see my DNA in a lot of this conversation come up in the 2023.
Man, okay, so tell me about, because you say it was you, Mannie, Joe, all y'all.
KLC, Moby Dick.
This is, okay, so this is why you're at Southern at this time when all this is going
man, Moby Dick was in Southern Band with me. Me and Moby, that's my crab brother. We call it, now see, hold on, to all my people who do all this here stuff and all that.
That's a different thing in band, yeah.
Some band head shit. Not no street shit. That's my crab brother. Meaning we were like a fraternity, a band fraternity together. We were freshmen together. We went through the mud together, which means we got our ass whipped together on some goddamn crazy band head shit. For one of the best bands that ever was to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, that was the culture. You know what I'm saying? I was more famous for being in high school band and in my college band before I was anything with hip hop.
No, okay, how that happened?
Because that's the culture in New Orleans. Before bounce, it was band. So
was you doing like the second lines and all? Like how does that shit work?
I'm talking about high school band, marching band. Yeah. Like the second line band, that's a whole totally different culture. And I come up with the second line band and stuff like that. You got to go down to, like, if you look up a guy named Trombone Shorty, you know what I'm saying? When I'm telling you this story, Trombone Shorty is this high with a trumpet in his hand playing internationally, with a trombone in his hand. And if you look him up now, shit, his last tour probably was with Lenny Kravitz or something last year or something. He gonna be in New Zealand, and he gonna be doing some big shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no small fry when it come to real music. And that's what I tell you. Say, bro, you about that real music, bro. His name Trombone Shorty. You know what I'm saying? And look,
so more on the second line type of stuff.
He play a trombone. He is a band. That guy, man, he like. If you like Bruno Mars, he was that before that. And he's, like I say, the crazy part about most of us, I don't know if it was in the water or what, but we old enough to know better and young enough to do something about it. It's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy that I'm able to tell these stories like if I'm fucking 70. Like you looking at when I say shit like 80 this and 90 this, nigga be but then when they look at me, they're like, OG, you can't be no more than 40.
Yeah.
How you did something in 85 and you, no. Yeah.
God damn. Okay, so when do you start getting into the bounce yourself? Oh, wait. Before we do that, how long do you stay at Southern? Do you graduate or you just?
Oh no, man, that ain't last long. I told you what I was doing when they go home. I told you when I was. I kind of gave you the hint, like, hey, bro, we was dirty up there. You hear me? They asked us. Look, bro, they brought me to the building, man, one Monday morning, right? And I had the check. My daddy just brought me the check to pay for the rest of my schooling and shit, right? So we had the little thing and shit. So they brought us there and. They had us sitting there like it's a real court or whatever, you know, and this guy, I'm like, what the fuck going on? So they look at me, I'm like, man, I'm just getting back to school. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? So they say, hey, man, that's your boy, huh? I say, my boy? I knew they was going with it. They was grouping us together. So they done did some shit I ain't had nothing to do with. But then while I was grouping us together and me saying, yeah, that's my boy, because we all in the band and shit, no telling what these niggas did. They didn't say, Mr. L, wish you had two choices. You can go home or go to jail. I say, I got the check still in my pocket. I'm gone. I dropped the check off on my way going back to New Orleans. I told my daddy, hey, bro, come pick me up. He was like, what's going on? I just dropped you off. No, turn back around. I said, I got a surprise for you. He said, what? I said, here, this check back, man. We could drop this back off at the bank on our way going home.
Damn. So,
but I had a choice. But what they didn't know, that was the hand I fan with. I needed to make a choice at that point in life. That wasn't them doing nothing to me. That was fate saying, bruh, it's time for you to go to the next level. This all you can do here. This all you gonna get out this situation. Not for as schooling, but for as musically and career.
Your journey and all that, yeah, it's more for you. Yeah.
It's more, yeah. And from there, I went straight to the record store, and the journey started.
So you get back to New Orleans and you just back in the clubs and what?
We back. Well, I'm working at the record store. We doing the club stuff. We doing all of that, and one of these wars hit. Like it wasn't Desert. Was it Desert Storm? It was one of these wars hit, and my guy, Elray, he has a club in New Orleans, Raised on the Ave. He bought a Cise. I'm looking at it. That's nice. We all do music, but we more into the, you know, we more into the. So I'm like, damn. So then he had to go to they, you know how they have to go overseas and do the little 2-week practice with the other people or whatever. So I'm like, you gonna be gone. What you gonna do with that? Oh, nigga, you can hold on till I get back. By the time you got back,
you did not really.
Boy, I was Cise. I was selling beats for $50.
No shit.
I was selling beats for $50.
What was the sound, if you had to describe your sound at that time?
It was almost, I call it boom tat. Boom tat, 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 boom. Boom tat. You heard me? That's the first you're gonna do some boom tat shit. You see what I'm saying? And then you're gonna go to playing you some keys and finding you some samples, and now I got the records right there. So I'm like, I'm back to back in the records with the drum machine. You know what I'm saying? With the Isani. And then, lo and behold, my cousin, he goes to the store. He looks, his daddy, he convinced his daddy to get a loan on the 808 drum machine. Cuz messing with it, but Cuz more smart than fucking with this music. This nigga, that's my like financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? Because he's here in Houston too. He do a lot of stuff over at the what's that club? 50. What that club you be at?
50-15?
50-15. Yeah, 50-15. So he do a lot of stuff with them cats and stuff. But Cuz was like, shit, I gotta test the tape. You know, shit to do. You know, I'm on them like, nah, bro, you the brains of the family. So he dropped the drum machine out. Oh, I'm in heaven.
No, you in there now, yeah.
Oh, I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That was the hand I fan with. You know, and from there it was going by KLC and seeing the first Akai drum machine. Like, man, what the fuck is that?
What had MPC 60 or something?
He had, yeah, exactly. A bunch of them. He got them till this day. Dude got probably every drum machine known to mankind in his closet, man. For real. I'm like, bro, what is you gonna do with all this shit? You got a fucking Lin drum, a motherfucking SP12, fucking the 2, the 60, the fucking 3,000, the 5,000, the... Come on, bro. You go to a nigga studio now, you can't even hook that shit up.
For real. For real.
They can't even handle that. They ain't got number 2 inputs. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how you gonna use all that shit, man? That shit got 16 outs and, well, boy, they don't know what to do with this shit. Yeah. Now you gotta build your own shit to use your own shit. And that's what he do. That's why I like KL, man. That nigga, he's a knob turner. I love knob turners, bro, which means you actually put your hand on the actual equipment. Mm-hmm. You know how to actually set the fucking compressor, not the preset.
Do you miss that part of the game?
No, because I still do it. You see what I'm saying? You can't miss what you still do. You can't miss. I do it both ways. I do it all ways. I do it the efficient way. I do it whatever your budget can allow me to do. If your budget allow me to mix your shit like Dr. Dre, I'm going to mix your shit like Dr. Dre. But if your budget only allow me to keep that bitch in that box, that bitch going to sound as good as it can get within that box. And I'm going to give you your whole session back. I ain't going to just send you the 2 track. I'm going to send you the whole stem session. Then I'm going to send you the whole Pro Tools session so you can see every plug-in and everything I did that you was trying to figure out how I got it that way. Well, here you go, bro. Here go your template. Here go your template on how I did it. Now, you can do it your way, but this is my template. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff Mike Dean did for me. So it's just only right out. You know what I'm saying? Because without Mike Dean, shit, I probably wouldn't know 60% of the digital shit I know.
You was telling me because you're the one who showed you Pro Tools and all that.
Yeah, I was the first person allowed me to use Pro Tools. You know what I'm saying? We was flying the hooks in. It was more efficient to piece them hooks together in Pro Tools back in those times. And he was like that. I'm talking about when Pro Tools was that shit was like an arm and a leg, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pro Tools wasn't affordable by the average person. It wasn't no subscription you can buy. No, you had to buy the actual shit, $10, $15, $20, $30,000 system. You know what I'm saying? Some systems upwards of $100,000 to be digital. You know what I'm saying? And to sync everything up and have everything working together. Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Damn, I didn't know that shit was that high.
Yeah, that shit was high. That shit was high. Before Avid bought Pro Tools, that shit was high.
God damn. That's crazy. Man, talk about okay, so when you start getting into the bounce world and all that, you know what I mean?
It's all together. It's like the bounce world that came with the DJing. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, every DJ had MC. So we even put a record out, if you look up as Full Pack, 9 cuts deep. I did the all production, we wrote it, 4 DJs. We did good on the record. You see what I'm saying? Which catapulted them when I started doing the big boy stuff. Those 3 was able to get a record deal with with Selecto Hits.
No shit.
You see what I'm saying? Because Selecto Hits is a big part of New Orleans music because they put out a lot of stuff for us nationwide. They was the ones who did the DJ Jimmy stuff. Now
DJ Jimmy went through Selecto?
Yeah, we was with Selecto Hits. That's how I learned the game. That's what I'm saying. By the time I did Big Boy Records, I was a cheat code. You see what I'm saying? Like I had all the answers. I knew where all the bones was buried. I could get from 0 to 60 way faster than anybody else starting a company. Because you got to remember, Cash Money was started before us.
Y'all started what year?
We started 92.
And they started what, 91?
Cash Money was way before that, bro.
No
Believe
shit.
me. Cash Money was, yeah.
I thought y'all was the first label there.
No, we wasn't. Cash Money was. We just rose faster. Like they was doing it before I was. Like we said, when it was Mannie was with them. They was doing it before. You see what I'm saying? They was doing it actually before Mannie got with them. Mannie wasn't their first producer. Mannie just was the best producer. And you like, damn, I just need the best.
Was Mannie that cold like that way back then?
You must ain't never heard of Gregory D and Mannie Fresh. Mannie Fresh was one of the first people to get a record deal out of New Orleans with RCA.
I know about. I don't know a whole lot, but I know about Mannie Fresh and Gregory D.
Yeah. So yeah, he been working that SP 1200. The one, what was the first one was? The SP 12. And then they came out with the 1200, I think, or something like that. But yeah, he know how to work them motherfuckers like the back of his hand. That's why them drums slap like that.
So Mannie was kind of one of the first ones out of y'all that came up out of that.
He was the first one to come up because I would say because him and Gregory D had the city like shook. Yeah, because they was the first ones with a record deal and the shit was hot. It wasn't.
So that shit was a big deal in New Orleans. I've heard him talk about it.
Hell yeah, that shit was. Think about it. The first person in Houston to get a record deal, rapping.
You say RCA? That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Damn. So how do you end up meeting DJ Jimmy? I mean, I know y'all or the decision to say, hey, we gonna do this project.
Well, this the thing. I was doing all of the stuff I was doing. My name was ringing. You see what I'm saying? So the people who was behind Jimmy was like, everybody was telling them. It's kind of crazy because I tell people this and they don't believe me. I never looked for a record deal. They always found me. I never knocked on nobody's door. They always knocked on mine. I always like, man, I figured it out early in the game. You know what I'm saying? When I got that first record call from Peaches and they was like, hey, we heard you got a record and we need it. I was like, whoa, what y'all calling me for? And it was a record I had over some leftover Tim Smooth tracks for Rap A Lot. And I just said, like, I'm going to rap on it and just put these out because I couldn't afford to just spend that money on it in the studio to lay it, you know, because it ain't I got to lay it, buy the reels, do all this and not use it. Shit, boy, I'm about to take 15 minutes and drop something on this thing. And send it to disc makers at the time and get it pressed up. And just put it out. I just got 1,000 copies, put it in the distributors, woo, woo, woo. Then Peaches called for it. I said, shit, they call it. That's the way to do it. I said, nah, I can tell her what I want. And I really didn't want to sell it. So I told her some shit like $10 or some shit. You know, like when the shit was going for maybe like $1.25 on their end. And I was, okay, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? But then when I go in there, I get my $10. But shit, she done stuck that price and selling my shit for $25. I'm like, ooh, you a cold soldier, but that's the game. That's the game. Now I know pricing. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're gonna do if I'll price myself. You're gonna make it. You're gonna get yours, but you're gonna make it so hard for the people who want to buy it till you. I'm fucking myself up. Cause they ain't gonna be mad at you. They mad at me now. Nigga, I wasn't there. Your shit was $25. Nigga, you tripping. Nigga, that ain't me. You see what I'm saying? I say, okay, this a game. This a big old. This nothing but business. Business 101. Okay, this business 101. The little time I spent that Southern, this was what it was for.
So when did you put your record out? This before DJ Jimmy and all this? Or
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Wait, you said
Jimmy
leftover Tim. So how you ended up with the
Tim?
So how you end up with the Tim Smooth stuff?
Say, but I heard they got a dude named Cise in here. I need to holler at. Everybody who I ever messed with came knocked on the door. Say, but I heard they got a dude named Cise in here. I need to holler at.
No shit, just like that.
Just like that. Anybody and everybody. Hey, bro. Did I ever holler at y'all or did y'all holler at me?
Eventually holler at you.
You feel me? I never had to do that, bro. I never had to chase it. So I can always name my own situation. I never had to chase it.
Damn. Okay, so you do the Tim Smooth thing. You said you had leftover tracks though.
I had leftover tracks that I produced, and that was the ones I took for myself, and I put that out, and I learned the power of somebody calling for your product.
So how far did y'all go with Tim Smooth?
Shit, Rap A Lot there. I guess they made money because it wasn't no complaints. And when you don't get no complaints, you obviously broke even or made somebody some money.
So how y'all end up getting connected to Rap A Lot?
Scarface, Tim Smooth, Scarface coming to New Orleans. Scarface was coming to New Orleans at the beginning of this shit. Like from the beginning of, like my partner in Big Boy Records, Rob Shaw, he was the first one to bring the Ghetto Boys to New Orleans. The Lakefront Arena. You know what I'm saying? He brought them, you know what I'm saying, to so it's like we had a lot of cheat codes.
What year is this? What year we at right now we talking about?
Shit, we jumping all over the place because I just brought you back to the 80s with the Rob Shaw shit.
The Tim Smooth thing.
The Tim Smooth, 90, 91.
That was before DJ Jimmy?
Yeah.
So Jimmy was what, 92?
Had to be.
It can't be too much more later than that. The Jimmy stuff was after the Tim stuff. No shit.
Yeah. I forget a lot of shit that most niggas have ever learned. But I may not know the times, but I know when this came before, you know, I know the what came before what. And I know Jimmy came after Tim album.
Okay, so talk about how you coming over here. You coming to Rap Alive and Rap Alive really kind of becoming like
I remember Tim bringing me over by Beto's spot. I'm sitting in there listening to shit like I never heard no drums hit like that before. That nigga had them big ass motherfucking speakers in there and all that. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? That's how my shit needs to hit. Like I'm learning the whole time, the whole ride. As a DJ. And you see what I'm saying? As I'm on the road with people and this and that. Man, I used to come off the road with Jimmy and we used to tell people what we was and they didn't believe us. Like me and Juvenile telling people, we just came off the, you know, we was on the 411 thing with Mary J. Blige and such in Memphis. Nigga looking at us like we crazy. So, listen, bro, it's a lot of rabbit holes and we gonna skip and jump a lot of time. Like, there's no way to put it in one order. We'll have to sit down and do a documentary to put my situation and the things I've been through. I'm like how that boy was in Forrest Gump. How Forrest Gump just was in everything. Nigga, he was with the president too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, look at the picture good. Damn, that goes Cise.
Okay, you said Juvenile. Talk about how you met, because you met Juvenile when he was a kid.
15. He got emancipated from his mom and him so I can give him the check.
Wait, he got emancipated from his parents?
Yeah, so he could be an adult. So I can give him the check. He from the project.
How much was that check at that time?
Shit, what that was like, $6,000? Here, bro, come write some shit for me.
15 years old.
Yeah.
So Juvenile was already ringing in the streets and shit.
Yeah, that's how I found him. He ringing. Jimmy like, man, look, Cise, we going to get some Crazy Horse beer. They had a beer called Crazy Horse from the Brown Derby. The Brown Derby was on the corner of the Magnolia. And I'm about to take you see this little nigga, boy. He's so fire. He got the club on fire.
This is Jimmy's personality right here. How he acted? Is this live
this
like
how
that?
This how we do. Listen, bro. This ain't no act. This how we do. This how we talk. That's why baby rub his hands. That's why niggas do mine, do all this dumb shit that we do. And whoa, what's up, bro? Yeah, all that bullshit. This how we talk. We talk with passion, with affection, and all of that kind of crazy shit. So that's what he's saying, man. We went to that fucking club. I went in that club. That little boy tore that fucking club down, bro.
No shit.
He was the
so
MC.
He just on stage just going crazy.
Like I say, everybody had an MC. He was the club was like, let that little nigga in. Let that little nigga come in. Ain't none of you other little niggas could come in, but let that little nigga in. We gonna make some fucking money at this bar with this little nigga in here.
And you walking there and Juvenile just going crazy.
Tearing that motherfucking eye. I like, boy, you come in the studio tomorrow. I need you to write.
So that was Jimmy whole thing. Like, shit, I rap, but somebody got to rap this shit.
He ain't a DJ. He ain't trying to write nothing.
But the way they at though, I mean, that's all him though.
No? That's Dion Norman. That's why Dion get all the Beyonce money. He do all my stuff for that album for like Beyonce and all the shit niggas be sampling when you be hearing Do It and when you hear, all right. He the nigga who wrote all that shit. He wrote that song. He wrote The Bitches Reply and he wrote Where They At.
No shit. So, but then you got Juvenile. You got the bounce for the Juvenile. You know what I'm saying?
And Juvenile wrote the rest of the album.
So did y'all already have where they at?
Yeah, we had where they at first.
So then that's when you like, okay, if we gonna do the album, we got to get this young
cat.
Yeah,
I gotta get this nigga. I gotta get this nigga because you can't really keep duplicating that. You gotta move it forward, and the best way to jump the line and move it forward, let's go get a nigga who is that. He is that. He is what we trying to get you to do. And Jimmy had enough smarts to know, like, boy, look, I need that nigga. Come see this little nigga, Cise. Come to the, look, I'm pick you up, we're going to get some crazy horse, going to the motherfucking club, nigga. Like one of the ratchetest clubs in the city. Like it ain't even, like on a corner in a hood. Went in that bitch, he tore that bitch down.
So, okay, you said y'all was on the 411 tour.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta tell me some stories about this type of shit. Now,
Man,
you saying this shit like it ain't nothing,
now
bro.
Think about this here. Think about this. Nobody know who the fuck we are, right? Only thing they know is the Where They At song, because it's burning up all the radio stations, right? So we come out, we have to do a whole show. Guess who steals the show every night? The little 15-year-old.
Get the fuck out of here.
They don't even know who this motherfucker is. But after we do that shit, and I say, hold on, I got something for y'all, and I put that bounce for the Juvenile on, and they ain't never heard it before. And listen, the first time he came out, I ain't played no music. He just starts on stage. Bruh, they start screaming for him, and they ain't even knew who the fuck he was. I said, boy, this little boy here gonna be something. I said, I don't know, am I gonna be on for the ride? But he gonna be something.
How y'all let Juvenile get away at that? You know?
It ain't about getting. See, that's the thing. I hate that terminology of getting away because you never own nobody. You know what I'm saying? I never owned one artist I work with. I only help. I don't own. Now we might do a contract so I can protect you, but I don't own you. When it's time for you to level up, it's time for you to level up, whether that be with me or without me. Because if you're not a success, I'm not shit. Fuck the money. This ain't about money. If I want money, I can go get a job. The money is behind the camera, not in front. The money behind the camera, not in front. They don't know that. The only way you get the money when you're in front of the camera, unless you own your shit. Unless you own the overall umbrella of what's going on. And I always wanted to do the business and stayed doing the business of music and stayed in the pocket of that shit, dog. Nah, man. Nobody never left. Nobody never, like we was talking earlier, like people sitting there and you were saying, yeah, when Mystical went to No Limit, I said, bro, look on back at that album cover. You was like, man, I got to check that out. I never realized that. Well, you wasn't supposed to realize that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you realize. It's about the success of the artist. So if your best place to be is over there, I'm going to be a selfish ass nigga until you come over here. When I know you could be a success over there. And it's going to be better for you and all that shit. Nah, that's why you can elevate these artists. You don't never put them in a situation where you know what I'm saying, where you slaving a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I never was in that situation. I done paid Partners in Crime for an album that we did for Rap A Lot on the First Look label deal that they was able to put out they self because the structure of the deal. After I paid them from the deal. You were still able to own your shit and put it out. Because why? Because that was the structure of the deal. I'm not structuring the deal put you in a place where you can't get out of. Or even a place you want to get out of. You don't want to get out of a deal with me because the deal with me gonna help you in the long run. Even if you don't like it, you're gonna be like, know what? I don't like this deal, but I know he gonna do the right thing. And then the year later, the lawyer tell you, you know what? You know that the guy did a real good thing for you. He made sure you was able to eat without missing a check. You went through all this and then you ain't had to miss a check. When he could have just said, fuck it, and he can hold us in litigation and we can fight about this for the next 10 years. And by the time we finish fighting, it ain't nothing to fight for. Why would I do a nigga that like that? I say, come and fuck with me. Say, bro, come fuck with me. You 15, come fuck with me. I'm gonna come fuck over you. Are you not 15, you 30, but you come fuck with me, but I'm gonna just fuck over you. Which I call it fucking over you, but it's business. When they do it, when I do it, you see what I'm saying?
It's cool when they do it. Probably when I do it,
it's
yeah.
a problem when and you know that. You see what I'm saying? So I move accordingly because I know I don't play under the same rules as my counterparts. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was a white man and I did all that shit wrong, I wouldn't have done nothing wrong. It would just be business. Mm-hmm. But since I'm your brother and your neighbor and your nephew and your cousin and your big this and your big that, I can't do that. And I can't allow somebody I'm with to do it to you. Because if I do that and sit there, I'm part of the fucking problem, not part of the solution. Everybody I fuck with eat. To this day, every name you name that I fuck with eat.
Yeah. Talk about meeting Chuck in you know what I'm saying, y'all getting together in there, y'all putting that Big Boy Records together, man.
Oh, Chuck, man, that was crazy. It's a lot of things. Like I said, we're gonna have to do a prequel on Chuck, but I'm gonna go straight to the Tim Smooth bringing Chuck in, which we already knew each other, but the Tim Smooth bringing Chuck in the studio with the Bun B and the Pimp C produced song Meet Me at the Border. Chuck was gonna try to rap, which Chuck nickname is Big Boy. His name is Charles Temple, but everybody call him Chuck. You know what I'm saying? But as a kid, fat kid, they call him Big Boy. So he really didn't take to the trying to make that rap song work. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, after the Rap-A-Lot situation with Tim, and that was a blessing in disguise because like I say, loyalty is rewarded. Some people don't know that, but hey, this a new day and an age. I'm cut different. But after doing that and getting in a situation, by the time I got home, Chuck really didn't want to do the rap thing no more. He didn't want to be the face, the artist or whatever. So I came up with he was helping most people put their projects out anyway. Like, even though he wasn't listed as executive producer, associate producer on a lot of early New Orleans stuff like Ice Mike and Tim Smooth, like he'll help anybody who asked him, was trying to put a record together, if they needed studio time or whatever, you know, or to buy the beat or to buy a drum machine, do it for him. So I'm like, man, instead of you doing all that shit, we could do that shit for ourselves. I said, instead of for me going around flying here, flying there, dealing with these, I could do that shit for myself, which I already had a label going and was helping people do that. But that was something that forced my hand, and we decided to do the label, and by the name came up with Sporty T was our first act, and Sporty was our mutual friend also, because me and Sporty, like I said, played in the band together, that whole band shit, and a little street shit mix, but mostly that band shit with me and Sporty. But Sporty, I say, man, we're gonna do this record label. We at Chuck house. We're gonna do the record label. Chuck, we all down. Chuck down with it, everybody down. Like, what we gonna call this motherfucker? Sporty said, man, we gonna call it Big Boy Records. I was like, huh? Like, all right, that shit sound fly. I'm with that. I said, you know what I asked him was how that look. You know, being sarcastic, like, You know how nigga be, we gonna call it Big Boy Records. Okay, nigga, how that look? And nigga got a piece of paper, and he actually drew the little logo. He drew it. It didn't look like this, but he drew it. The little hat, the best he could draw. The words, Big Boy Records. Curve, sent that to disc makers. You know how you send your little demo drawing. Sent that to disc makers, and they sent that shit back. I said, okay, that's that look. I say, that's it, bro. That's roll. And we put the Sporty T project out, single, right? Which he had already recorded. We was already going to studios and doing stuff. We all was already working together collectively already. We just never was
wasn't official.
A company, you know. So, man, we sent that to the. I got it. Showed Chuck. We showed him how to say, look, this how we do it. We distribute it. We send it, bring it to the distributor. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get this 1,000 copies. There's 400, 500 copies. This thing was like 500 copies or something. And we're gonna do this and break it up. We're gonna send this to this record store, send this to this record store, but we're gonna get a distributor this. You know what I'm saying? Man, probably like 2 weeks later, we had distributor call us back, say we need more records.
And it's a Sporty T record.
The Sporty T record, a single. Chuck got that $750 check. We got that check and we deposited it into the bank account. And we sat there and watched, looked at that check for the longest. $750 check. That boy looked at me and said, bro, you know how many times we can do this? This easier than what I was doing. I said, nigga, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it clicked. You see what I'm saying? Like telling a person, let's get out the streets, and showing them how to get out the streets is two totally fucking different things.
So y'all go from Sporty T's. I know. We're gonna do more.
Oh, we're gonna do more. That's why I told you this is a prequel to the real chapter.
Yeah.
Cause see, they don't know who I am. Now they gonna know who I am, and now the next one. Okay, now they like, hold on, that go dude again. That go dude with the rabbit hole dude, bro. Rabbit hole dude. He gonna bring us through a rabbit hole. Check my facts, man. Check my resume. Google me.
And just off the strip, Big Boy Records, you had Sporty T. We gonna run through all the artists.
We can't run through them all, but I'm gonna go through the ones I remember. Sporty T, Black Menace, Insane, Ghetto Twins, Fiend, Mystical, Partners in Crime, G Slim, Tim Smooth, and there's a few more in there that I might be forgetting. But if I'm forgetting them, they're gonna be in the comments.
Yeah.
They gonna be in the comments.
Yeah. Man, you forgot. Man.
You forgot me. No, I didn't. I just ain't remember.
It's been a long time.
I shouldn't have left you without a rhyme step two.
Man.
Now that's that Corey Cope, me and Juvenile, brother. That dude got so much character and it rubs off on me. So a lot of Coke come out, a lot of Juvenile Big Brother comes out in me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When he be saying, CO, give me the keys. Hey, he talking about CO fool, man. That's my dog. But I'm gonna let you wrap it up. But we can't wrap it. We're gonna get to the right now, though, huh? Right? What
right
I'm
now,
doing coming up
next month.
Yeah, this month.
Yeah, we here now.
This month.
January.
We're gonna be here. Is this month.
January. Yeah, we here.
Yeah, next. Check it out. I read a post say, why is January next week, next month, and next year?
The way this shit moving, man.
So we good, man. We good. We gonna get to it. January 7th. Like January 7th, we got this thing in New Orleans that I always give for the culture. We really don't make no money off of it. We really do it and book the artists and stuff that we want. And you can kind of go to NOLARAP.TV, NOLARAP.TV, and you can get all the information and stuff. I got my brother Joel Ware. He's a co-host. I got some people from here, Ice Lord and them. They sponsoring our Wicked Cricket and Mean Green honorary awards. So they doing the sponsorship for that. And we gonna live stream it on pay-per-view. But if they go to nolarap.tv, they'll get all the information. You know, that's my website, and that's where I put all my stuff on for the culture. You know, I could have easily had a website named Cise.com and all that shit, but like I said, it ain't about me, it's about the culture.
Yeah, so NOLA TV, NOLARAP.tv.
You NOLARAP.tv or NOLARAP.com. It'll come up either way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm digitally proficient. I'm outside, y'all.
Yeah, y'all come out, you know what I'm saying, or hit that Eventbrite, man. And
Eventbrite.com and type in that NOLA Legends of NOLA Hip Hop. Oh yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it. You can get the tickets if you're in town, or if you're not in town and you're from Louisiana, or you're not from Louisiana, man, you need to tune in and see what the fuck we be doing. We be cutting up.
Yeah.
I don't know what you know if you know what cut up mean, but we be
It's a
cutting
good time, yeah. For sure. Hey man, social media one more time.
The Real Precise. Awfully duplicated but never imitated. You heard me? I even had to open up some trademark disputes, but we'll talk about that next time.
For sure. Hey man, it's Donnie Houston podcast. This is only part one. You know what I'm saying? We got the Real Precise in here, Cise, man, real live legend. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before in the introduction, architect, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about New Orleans and not talk about Cise, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, it's Donnie Houston podcast. We up out of here.
Donnie Houston.
Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.